We cannot be friends.
We cannot. You're getting mass deported. And I know everybody here, dude, we fucking ban people all day long, Trumpies, in this chat. I ban Trumpies. People come in and they're like, Trump 2024. We ban them and block them. And then they cry in my fucking, oh, they go to the unban request and they go, oh, we're so upset. Why did you ban me? No freedom of speech. And you know what I say? I say, dude, mass deportations, motherfucker. You voted for mass deportations. And guess what? I mass deported you. Oh, you don't like mass deportations when you're the victim of them, do you? Huh? Then you start crying and you're like, oh shit, now I'm upset. I've got no neck. Dude, that's how we do it around here, bro. Let's go. Mass deported. We love
Imagine if you were a Democrat and you only watched what Democrats told you about Trump. Like if you never actually listened to a Trump speech. If you never
Dude, here's my thing. I gotta pause here. If you listen to a Trump speech, any human being who has listened to a Trump speech from the beginning to the end, and after hearing that speech, they still voted for the man, at that point, you are either tremendously dysfunctional or you are a goddamn moron. Listening to his speech from beginning to end, it's unthinkable to me that anybody who did that would ever vote for that guy for anything other than maybe like toweling off their car at a car wash. Honestly, he's unfucking believable how off the rails and utterly incompetent and just generally unlikable that man is. I watched so many of his speeches and it got to the point where they were literally like intolerable. They were so bad, so predictable, so boring, so filled with like insecure arrogance and the same stupid ass brain dead stories. They were just insane and unhinged. And for that woman to say like, oh my God, if you really gotta get to know Trump by watching his shit. Dude, I don't know how these guys do it. Because it got to the point for the election where I had to just stop watching. I've forgotten it already.
If you're like these folks and you are all in on mass deportation, or even if you know someone who is, you are going to want to hear this. And this is important because just in September, a poll showed that 54% of Americans support mass deportation.
Dude, 54% of Americans support mass deportation, even though mass deporting people would crash our fucking economy. Like, bro, what the how did we get to a place in America where 54% of the people are so fucking brain dead that they don't understand that undocumented workers make up a critical portion of really foundational elements of the American economy? And if you deported all of them, it would crash our fucking economy. We would be in a mass depression and all of us would suffer. And yet they still are like, yay, mass deportations. I mean, dude, it's depressing to think that 54% of America is that fucking stupid, bro.
Can I say something kind of controversial real quick? I don't care about illegal immigration. Like, if you were to ask me what my most important issues were, I don't even think illegal immigration would make the top 10.
Dude, I don't think illegal immigration would make my top 20. This woman is spot on, bro. It's just not even an issue.
That is not something that even affects me on a daily, monthly, yearly basis.
Dude,
now, if you lived in a southern border state, I can see how maybe that would change. I live in Ohio. I live in rural Appalachian, Ohio.
Yeah, and it's funny, too, because rural Appalachian, Ohio is one of the biggest purveyors of fears about immigration.
So I have my computer up here right now. I'm looking at the demographics of my town. We are 90% white, 4% black, and
Yikes.
2% Hispanic.
And they're worried about immigration. This is what Maga does, though. 90% white towns all across America are the ones shouting about immigration and carrying the mass deportation signs. The people carrying those signs live in places where there's nobody to fucking deport. All right? All right. On that note, Maga, we mass deport you, bitches.
You know, I didn't know the United Healthcare CEO.
Oh, here she is, dude. Emily fucking Wilson, bro. Oh, my God. This woman behind her here, Emily Saves America, Emily Wilson, she is one of the craziest, most craven and out-of-pocket right-wing influencers. Remember that shit where she's like, oh, if states want to reinstitute slavery, they have a right. States' rights. I mean, she is a fucking nut job.
You know, I didn't know the United Healthcare CEO. I don't know if he's a good guy, a bad guy, but I don't think it's okay when people get murked in the street, and watching people on the left online not only be happy and make jokes about it because he's part of a quote-unquote broken system, you know, so them all wealthy or successful people are evil anyways. I'm like, wait a minute. So you think it's okay that that happens, and you think it's funny? In my head, too, I'm like, that person could be a father or a husband. Like, that's sick, and it's sad.
Dude, she sped her up.
Is this you?
If everyone in the state wants something, go ahead and have it.
So if everyone in Alabama wanted slavery back, you'd be okay with that?
Sure. If everyone in the state wants it, go ahead.
Nobody's going to take you seriously when you virtue signal after saying that you think slavery would be okay.
Oh, yeah, slavery's okay, but if you kill the CEO of a murderous company, how dare you? You're immoral.
Okay with slavery, but I draw the line at a CEO being murdered. What is that?
Dude.
What is that? I can only think of one thing that would have you thinking one of those is okay.
Yeah.
And one of those isn't okay.
Yeah, it's called racism, right?
Does it make sense that all of a sudden you care about humanizing people?
You don't.
You care about humanizing.
She cares about white
Again,
financial
there's
power.
only kind of one
It's what she
common
cares about.
denominator here that would make you not okay with one, but okay with the other. Yeah, nobody who has heard.
Yeah, yep. Dude, yeah, she's wild.
Did we stop using terms like the
No.
𝗙صler?
No, free speech.
Oh, okay.
Free speech.
I mean, I just think like that's just like so weird and antisocial and like
Don't care.
bad.
What, use the R word?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like it's
Okay,
just,
yeah.
like, it's bad.
Jesus. All right, we're moving on.
yeah, let's
from
go.
that.
Here's the funniest thing about the conservatives, about like Emily Wilson and these fucking idiots, is when they use the R slur, right? Or whatever slur, the F slur, a word that has been used to denigrate human beings and a word getting shouted while humans are getting beaten up or killed or whatever. And they're like, no, moving on. We're not talking about the word. But if you call them deplorables or say they're garbage or call them racist, they will shit their fucking pants, right? They will. How dare you call me a deplorable? Even though they're like white Christians, powerful, they're overrepresented in the boardroom, in the political realm, in the halls of power. They are completely overrepresented and have all the power in the world. But if you call them deplorable, you call them a racist, they will fucking melt. They will. They will be covered. Oh, yeah, you call them weird. Ha! Yes, you call them weird, and they are beside themselves. They will not be able to let it go. But man, if you say, hey, can you drop that term that denigrates, other human beings that don't have any power and have been harmed under that umbrella of that word, and they just can't fucking handle it, man. Like, dude, she is crazy, bro.
Okay, after I saw the Reddit threads of me last night, let's clear something up. You guys clearly think I'm a much better person than I am. You think if I had money...
We don't think you're a good person. Nobody thinks you're a good person.
Are insane.
Dude, she's so weird, bro. It's like really hard for me to look at her talk. I don't know. There's something about her creeps me out.
I realized I was in a cult was when I did something called the endowment ceremony in a Mormon temple. I did this ceremony for the first time.
The endowment ceremony. Did you see that guy? What is up with homie in the fucking...
The day that I realized
with the green cloth.
Am I right to say there's a new breed of conservatives? I think I'm one of them. I'm not religious, though I have no issue with those that are. I am pro-gay rights.
Dude, what's up with this photo behind this? Is this like her family? Right? Is this her family, or did she buy a frame and she just left the photo in the frame? Doesn't this look like she bought a frame that just had a family in it and she hadn't taken the paper out of the frame yet? Oh, I want the story of that fucking picture frame, bro. Oh, shit.
A lot of people are accusing Trump of not having any of his merchandise made in the United States of America. To disprove that, I'm going to go to his own merchandise store in Trump Tower to show you how much is made in the USA.
Trump's merchandise.
Nope.
China?
All of this.
Made in China. Dude,
the label's been removed.
every single item is
made in not the
China.
Interesting.
Dude, every item in the Trump store, another one made in China. Every single item.
China. Not all of Trump's merchandise is made in China. I mean, like this, for instance. This is made in... Oh, nope, that's
China.
China. Oh, okay, you know...
Dude.
Okay. People's Republic of... What is... No, okay.
People's Republic of...
Okay, so maybe...
China. Dude, there's not a single thing in his entire store that's made in America. Not a single thing.
My gas prices went down during Trump's presidency and up during Biden's, and I know this because I paid for it. I don't need to look anything up except my credit card statements. This is why Donald Trump won this election.
Dude, yeah, they went down during Trump's presidency because everyone was dead. And the roads looked like they were filming a zombie movie out there because there's a fucking pandemic. God damn, bro. With that kind of dumb, it's, you know, I mean, you just sort of wonder, I'm left to wonder, where's the asteroid? Right? Where's the asteroid? Oh, right there it is. Thank you very much.
A lot of people saying, oh, we can have different opinions on policy and still be friends. And to those people, I say that my wife is a sexual assault survivor.
There you go.
And this election has taught me one thing, and that is that if her rapist could save you a couple of bucks, you would rather see him in public office than behind bars in a jail cell.
Yeah. I'm all for that too. There are tens of millions of women who are sexual assault survivors. And if you voted for a sexual abuser like Donald Trump, a self-admitted, he's so famous he can grab him by the genitals, he doesn't even ask. He told you about it. He's been accused of it 20-some times, credibly. He's always using NDAs or force to get people to back down on their lawsuits and shit. They're settling out of court. He was adjudicated by a jury of the sexual abuse and defamation related to it, and you still voted for him. So therefore, Maga, fuck you, bro. Seriously. There's no other way around it, man. Look at that. Oh my God, that shit is so creepy. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have been involved in any evangelical churches. I was involved with a church called the Assembly of God. I had a brother who was involved in this church. And if there's somebody new to the church, they might bring that person forward to the front of the church and everyone will start speaking in tongues. And there will be this really feverish sort of like dancing and celebration and everything, trying to like have you be born again to sort of like pull you into the church. And it's wildly creepy. It's like this, dude. It is this kind of shit. I did it in, I don't know, it was like 8th grade or whatever. I went there once and they all rallied around me, the whole room, in this like summoning the Spirit of God or whatever. And now what's really interesting about it is that kind of attention when they lay hands on you and they're speaking in tongues and the feverish dancing. It feels really intoxicating. As an 8th grader, having everybody like swarm around me like that was like very powerful. And then they're making these assurances to you that you're being born again. And if you take Jesus as your savior, like he's going to fill you up and he's going to, you know, your whole life is going to change and all this shit. And it's like wildly intoxicating, but it's also bullshit. It's, you know, a weird sort of groupthink kind of, you know, theatrical production that is super intoxicating and entrancing. And then immediately they try to get you into their circle with like, you know, Bible study and youth group events like every day. And everyone is really like nice and welcoming and they surround you and like, They pull you in, but it's super creepy. Oh, shit. Dude. Oh, man. Oh, Lord, dude. Isn't that fucking hilarious? Dude, that shit is so funny. Biden's reaction. Remember when he saw her at the State of the Union address? Remember this? Dude, when he saw MTG, remember Biden walking in? Hold on, let's see if we can see the full one. Watch this.
Look over here. Mr. President.
Dude, he sees her. And look at her. She's dressed like that. She's wearing like a 45 hat and this thing. And his reaction when he sees her is, dude, what is homie doing? Watch Biden. Dude, tell me that isn't money. Dude, that was money, bro.